Every successful corporation started as a small business. Behind every large company with hundreds or thousands of employees is a story of humble beginnings, difficult decisions, financial challenges, and steady growth. Many entrepreneurs start with a simple idea, a small amount of capital, and a dream of creating something meaningful. However, moving from a small business to a corporation requires more than hard work. It requires vision, planning, leadership, systems, and the ability to adapt to changing market conditions. Many business owners believe growth happens automatically when sales increase. In reality, growth is a deliberate process that requires strategic decisions at every stage. A business that earns more money but lacks proper systems can collapse under its own weight. On the other hand, a business that prepares for growth can expand steadily and become a respected corporation with a strong market presence. The journey usually begins with identifying a problem that people need solved. The most successful businesses focus on providing value. Customers do not buy products or services simply because they exist. They buy because those products or services solve problems, save time, reduce costs, increase convenience, or improve their lives in some way. Business owners who understand this principle are more likely to build sustainable companies. During the early stages, the founder often performs multiple roles. They may be the manager, marketer, salesperson, accountant, customer service representative, and operations manager all at the same time. This approach is common because resources are limited. The goal at this stage is survival. The business must generate enough revenue to cover expenses and create a foundation for future growth. One of the most important priorities during the startup phase is managing cash flow. Many businesses fail not because they lack customers, but because they run out of cash. Expenses such as rent, salaries, inventory, utilities, transportation, and marketing can quickly consume available funds. Successful entrepreneurs monitor every shilling and ensure that spending aligns with business objectives. For example, a small retail shop might start with capital of 500,000 Kenyan shillings. The owner must carefully allocate funds between inventory, rent, licenses, and marketing. Every purchasing decision matters. Spending too much on non-essential items can create financial pressure that becomes difficult to overcome. As the business gains customers and generates consistent revenue, it enters the growth stage. This is often one of the most exciting periods in the life of a company. Sales increase, customer numbers grow, and opportunities begin to appear. However, growth also creates new challenges. A business owner who once handled everything alone may discover that there is simply too much work to manage effectively. Customers expect faster service, orders become larger, and administrative tasks multiply. At this point, hiring employees becomes necessary. Building the right team is one of the most important decisions an entrepreneur will make. Employees are not merely workers. They become representatives of the company's values, culture, and reputation. Hiring people who share the business vision can accelerate growth, while hiring the wrong people can create significant setbacks. As staffing levels increase, leadership becomes increasingly important. The founder must learn how to delegate responsibilities. Many entrepreneurs struggle with delegation because they believe nobody can perform tasks as well as they can. While this mindset is understandable, it often limits growth. A business cannot become a corporation if every decision depends on one person. Successful leaders focus on creating systems rather than controlling every activity. Systems allow tasks to be performed consistently regardless of who performs them. For example, customer service procedures, inventory management processes, employee training programs, and financial reporting standards help create stability and efficiency. Technology plays a major role in this transition. Modern businesses use software to automate routine tasks and improve decision-making. Accounting systems provide financial insights, customer relationship management platforms help manage sales activities, and project management tools improve collaboration among teams. Digital transformation has become increasingly important in recent years. Businesses that embrace technology often achieve higher productivity, lower operating costs, and better customer experiences. Artificial intelligence tools can help automate customer support, analyze business data, create marketing content, and identify market trends. Companies that leverage these tools effectively gain a significant competitive advantage. Another critical factor in business growth is branding. A strong brand helps a company stand out in competitive markets. Branding is not limited to logos and colors. It includes customer experiences, company values, communication style, product quality, and reputation. Customers are more likely to trust businesses that maintain a professional image and consistently deliver value. Trust is one of the most valuable assets a company can possess. When customers trust a brand, they become repeat buyers and often recommend the business to others. Marketing also evolves as businesses grow. In the beginning, word-of-mouth referrals may generate most sales. As the company expands, more sophisticated marketing strategies become necessary. Content marketing, search engine optimization, social media marketing, email campaigns, video marketing, and online advertising all contribute to business growth. Businesses that publish useful content often attract customers before competitors do. Educational articles, videos, guides, and industry insights position a company as an authority within its field. This approach not only improves visibility, but also builds credibility and customer confidence. Financial management becomes increasingly important during expansion. Growing businesses often require additional capital to fund inventory purchases, hire employees, open new locations, or invest in equipment. Entrepreneurs must carefully evaluate financing options. Many businesses initially rely on retained earnings. This means reinvesting profits back into the company instead of withdrawing them. Reinvestment allows businesses to grow without accumulating debt. However, larger expansion projects may require external financing. Business loans remain one of the most common funding sources. Banks and financial institutions provide capital that can support growth initiatives. Entrepreneurs must ensure that borrowed funds generate returns that exceed borrowing costs. Otherwise, debt can become a burden rather than a growth tool. Some businesses attract angel investors or venture capital firms. These investors provide funding in exchange for ownership stakes. While external investment can accelerate growth, it also requires founders to share decision-making authority and future profits. As revenue grows, organizational complexity increases. Departments begin to emerge. The business may establish separate teams for sales, marketing, operations, finance, customer service, and human resources. This specialization improves efficiency because employees can focus on specific responsibilities. Leadership structures also become more sophisticated. Instead of a single founder making every decision, managers oversee different functions. These managers coordinate activities, monitor performance, and ensure that company objectives are achieved. At this stage, communication becomes essential. Poor communication can create misunderstandings, delays, and inefficiencies. Successful organizations invest in communication systems and encourage transparency across departments. Business expansion often involves entering new markets. This may mean serving customers in different towns, counties, countries, or customer segments. Market expansion creates opportunities for increased revenue, but it also introduces new risks. Before entering a new market, companies should conduct thorough research. Understanding customer preferences, competition, regulations, and economic conditions helps reduce uncertainty. Businesses that expand without proper research often encounter unexpected challenges that slow growth. Product diversification can also support expansion. Companies that rely on a single product face greater risk because market conditions can change unexpectedly. Offering complementary products or services creates additional revenue streams and improves stability. For example, a business that sells agricultural equipment might later offer maintenance services, training programs, spare parts, or financing solutions. These additional offerings strengthen customer relationships while increasing profitability. Customer experience remains a critical growth driver throughout every stage. Large corporations understand that acquiring new customers is often more expensive than retaining existing ones. Businesses that consistently exceed customer expectations create loyalty that supports long-term success. Customer feedback provides valuable insights that can guide improvements. Listening to customers helps businesses identify weaknesses, discover opportunities, and improve products or services. Organizations that ignore customer feedback often struggle to remain competitive. Corporate growth also requires attention to governance. Governance refers to the systems, policies, and structures used to guide decision-making and accountability. As businesses become larger, governance becomes increasingly important because more stakeholders become involved. Clear governance structures help reduce risk and improve organizational stability. Many corporations establish advisory boards or boards of directors to provide oversight and strategic guidance. These groups help ensure that important decisions align with long-term objectives. Risk management is another essential component of corporate growth. Every business faces risks, including economic downturns, changing regulations, supply chain disruptions, technological changes, and competitive threats. Successful companies identify risks early and develop strategies to manage them. Insurance, diversification, contingency planning, and strong financial reserves all contribute to effective risk management. Businesses that prepare for challenges are better positioned to survive unexpected events. Innovation plays a major role in long-term success. Many businesses achieve initial success but struggle to maintain momentum because they stop innovating. Markets evolve, customer preferences change, and new competitors emerge. Companies that continuously improve products, services, and processes remain relevant over time. Innovation does not always require groundbreaking inventions. Sometimes small improvements create significant advantages. Enhancing customer service, streamlining operations, reducing costs, or introducing new features can strengthen competitiveness and support growth. Corporate culture becomes increasingly important as organizations expand. Culture refers to the shared values, beliefs, and behaviors that influence how employees work together. A positive culture improves employee engagement, productivity, and retention. Employees who feel valued and respected are more likely to contribute their best efforts. Strong cultures encourage collaboration, accountability, learning, and innovation. Many successful corporations invest heavily in creating environments where employees can thrive. Sustainability has also become an important consideration for modern businesses. Customers, investors, and communities increasingly expect companies to operate responsibly. Sustainable practices can include environmental protection, ethical sourcing, employee well-being, and community engagement. Businesses that embrace sustainability often strengthen their reputation and build stronger relationships with stakeholders. Responsible business practices can also create operational efficiencies that improve profitability. As a company approaches corporate status, the founder's role changes significantly. Instead of focusing primarily on daily operations, the founder becomes responsible for setting vision, building leadership teams, and guiding long-term strategy. This transition can be challenging because it requires a different set of skills. Successful founders learn to think beyond immediate problems and focus on future opportunities. They develop leaders who can manage operations effectively while they concentrate on growth, innovation, partnerships, and strategic planning. One of the greatest mistakes entrepreneurs make is assuming that growth alone guarantees success. Sustainable growth requires balance. Revenue growth must be supported by strong systems, capable leadership, healthy cash flow, customer satisfaction, and effective governance. Corporations are not built overnight. They emerge through years of consistent effort, learning, adaptation, and strategic decision-making. Every stage presents new opportunities and challenges. Business owners who remain committed to continuous improvement are more likely to achieve lasting success. The journey from small business to corporation is ultimately a journey of transformation. It involves transforming ideas into products, customers into loyal supporters, employees into leaders, and small operations into scalable organizations. While the path may be demanding, the rewards can be substantial. Entrepreneurs who focus on creating value, building strong systems, investing in people, embracing innovation, and maintaining financial discipline position themselves for long-term growth. With patience, persistence, and strategic planning, a small business can evolve into a respected corporation that creates jobs, serves customers, contributes to economic development, and leaves a lasting legacy for future generations. /span/p/body